We come to you live on EA Sports, and tonight it's a Windy City special. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull. It's Jay Williams.
Ed, we're talking about the best of the best. These guys on the court represent less than 0.001% of the world. I can't wait to see this star-studded affair.
Jay, you know the feeling as the 10 players take the court and we get ready for the opening tip. And Patrick Beverley plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down. Knocked loose.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Kawhi Leonard against George. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Leonard, his first effort, off the mark. To Leonard. Clippers have got it. George to Leonard. And the finish. Slam dunk.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Paul George rejects it. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard, knocked loose. Clippers have it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
George. He made his first effort, but not that time. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. George, Paul George, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
To Leonard. Lou Williams, able to recover with the block. George had made his first couple, but he misses there. To Leonard. Fires the three. Not that time. He missed it. To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard with a piece.
Continuous effort is the key for your team's success. No one this entire ball game has quit on a play. That right there, that's what's going to help your team win this game.
Entering the game for the Clippers, number 5, Montrezl Harrell.
Free throws coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First free throw is good. 2 for 2 on that trip. Strong finish for Paul George. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. From long range. Well, this could be a sign of things to come. He's 3 of 4 from downtown to start the game.
And the dangerous thing for the defensive team, he has fresh legs. That was great lift on that jump shot.
George.
To number 20. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3.
Paul George is going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Second and 3 is good. down all three at the line.
Way to hit.
George against Paul George.
Remaining in the first quarter.
For three. How's that for a start? 14 points in this first quarter as he knocks down the three.
And look, I know this requires great conditioning on the defensive part, but you have to start denying him the ball. Make him catch the ball further away from the basket.
The assist from number 23.
Clippers have the basketball. Leonard to Paul George. Takes stock of the floor. George. Oh, that's how it's done. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Paul George. 4-3. Not that time. To George. Beyond the arc for three. And Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open. Takes advantage.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
The assist from number
It's the Clippers with the possession now. George, good offense, beating good defense.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Leonard, wild shot there, predictably misses. Beverly. Missed it. Deep three at the buzzer. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
George, tough shot. He hits.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Beverly. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. Nothing going here on that drive. You've got to get that one to go. LA Clippers with the basketball. George cleaning the offensive glass. To Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First one, count it. Hits the second. One more coming. And he hits all three free throws.
subbing in for LA, number 23.
Williams across the timeline. Leads one. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. To Leonard. Runner here, won't go. To Leonard. Lets it fly from long range, and it's Zubats with the rebound. George. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. It's LA Clippers ball. Kawhi Leonard against Paul George. Fires the three. Great defense, forcing the miss. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. They've got it now. To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 2-4 now.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Leonard. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Great feed. Sets it up. George. Wow, 7 threes in this first half alone. This could be an all-time performance.
And the record is only 13. He's better than halfway there. But as a shooter, you have to remain lost in the battle. And you're only as good as your last shot. Don't beat that record. Destroy it.
This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Stepping in for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 5,
Leonard to Paul George. Here's a chance from long range. And Paul George good on the quick release there.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with their three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Leonard. Montrezl Harrell with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
George drains it.
And a defense's ability to recognize personnel and think thoroughly and precisely in real-time moments, that's everything for your transition D.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Clippers have the basketball. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Kawhi Leonard buries the three with a hand in his face.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Leonard to George.
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
Fires the three. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Williams. Throws it down.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
Kawhi Leonard tips it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Never dare Patrick Beverly. It's a wide-open three.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
And Jay, they call the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Kawhi Leonard, tough matchup against George. From long range, knocks it down. That was a tough shot. Deep three at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Clippers have the lead. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Leonard. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
My ball.
For 3. Kawhi Leonard in his own world. Nobody near him. He sinks it for 3.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Knocked loose. Whoa! What a finish!
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Leonard. Not going down here. George, the hot night continues. He's hit 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Williams into the front court. Up a dozen. 4-3. Lou Williams. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
To Beverly. Leonard. Even to Zubac. Sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
George cleans it up. To Leonard. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Confidence is such a beautiful thing, isn't it? Even if your perceived abilities prohibit it, you gotta be you.
Williams across the timeline. His team on top by 13. Leonard. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Leonard. Slams it down.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Number 22, into the game for the Clippers. Number 5,
Kawhi Leonard matched up with Paul George. Beyond the arc for 3. Not getting the bounce. Deep right corner. George, 10 threes for him now in the game, Jay. Just astonishing.
And I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's only happened 30-something times since the three-point line went into effect in 1979. Goes to show you how big of a night he's having.
How old were you back then?
I was not born yet, my friend.
Boom, baby. To Beverly. To Paul George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Paul George nails it from downtown.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
George trying for a 40-point night, but it's off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball, let him prove that it wasn't the D, it was more in his own head.
Beverly to Harkless. George, and he hits.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Leonard, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Doc Rivers making some changes to his lineup.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. Substitutions.
The hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
3 quarters down, and a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. And if they were looking good at halftime, Jay, they're really looking good now.
They really turned up that intensity in the 3rd quarter. They were looking to put this game out of reach, and they've come out close to doing it.
The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. And if they were looking good at halftime, Jay, they're really looking good now.
They really turned up that intensity in the 3rd quarter. They were looking to put this game out of reach, and they've come out close to doing it.
Cash is in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
No doubt about where that went.
Someone's not going to be happy about that. You have to be careful on the inbounds. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
And he stepped out of bounds, turns the ball over. It's the Clippers with the possession now to Leonard. Williams to Leonard. Lets it fly from long range. Textbook defense. George. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
George. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball 101. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To George. And scores.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
To Williams. George. And the rebound brought down by Harrell. Williams into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Patrick Beverly. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
And he scores. Jay, how do you stop that?
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Now the Clippers call a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
You're going to see the best players make in-game adjustments on the fly. The intellect of some of these superstars is off the charts. Your ability to adapt and move forward as quickly as possible in the most efficient manner will determine whether you win this game or not.
substitution being made in this one.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
To Leonard. Has a look. Leonard's shot won't go down.
You know, and everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Beverly, hat-trick Beverly. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
And Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open, takes advantage.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
To Beverly. Fires the three, and Patrick Beverly plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Kawhi Leonard gets a look, can't hit.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Leonard. That right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
To Beverly. Nothing going here on that drive. Patrick Beverly sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Can't go down. Smothering defense. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. And they call it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Leonard.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Yep, right there, yep.
George, that's how you defend.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Off the assist.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Here's a chance from long range, and it's good.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
From 18 feet, at the buzzer, it's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams.